Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Universe Mode on the JPG channel, and it is officially time for NXT to stand and deliver. As I've said time and time again throughout the last few episodes, folks, this is indeed our final 2 episodes of WWE 2K23. Afterwards, we are moving into 2K24, directly starting with the very first episode of WrestleMania. Very, very exciting time to be either just, starting to discover this channel, or if you've been a long-time viewer. I don't want to say a long time, I've only been doing it for almost a year now. It doesn't feel like it's been that long already. It feels like I've been doing this for maybe 6 months, but trying to grow the channel with each piece of content that I put out, each video that I put out. It's definitely a creative process. It's definitely an attempt to, gain as much attention as I can to these videos, so that I can, continue to be doing this for another year to come. But I'm gonna stop rambling about that. We got some exciting stuff happening for 2K24, but we have an exciting night planned for you in advance here at NXT Stand and Deliver. Of course, this match came about a few weeks back after Carmelo Hayes ended up taking the losing fall in that triple threat #1 contenders match between him, Will Ospreay, and the Octopus Jonathan Gresham. That would spark Santos Escobar to poke fun at Carmelo Hayes for a few weeks now. And of course, initially it was Trick Williams trying to step in and, calm that situation and protect his right-hand man and TrickMelo game, that is Carmelo Hayes. But this situation has boiled to the point where Legado Del Fantasma Dos has thrown out the challenge to Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams to find themselves a third partner and meet them here tonight to start the show in 6-man tag team fashion. The only question remaining is, who did Melo and Trick find? Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. Ladies and gentlemen, I was just saying a few weeks back, we have not seen Braun Breaker in the... Oh, look at this. Looks like it's the old Braun Breaker, too. The good old-fashioned Braun Breaker. Not no badass anymore. I mean, of course, he's always going to be a badass, but that demeanor, he even shaved for the occasion. This is looking like the old Braun Breaker. And hell, he even had enough time to find a matching gear with his tag team partners tonight. So these guys have had this in the talks for a minute now. Braun Breaker makes his return to the NXT ring. The last time we saw him, he was being dismantled at the hands of Mogul Embassy's own Obafemi. And it looks like Obafemi beat the badass out of Braun Breaker. And now we have that good old-fashioned Braun Breaker back. Maybe it's once a night, maybe it's a one-night-only type of situation. Who knows? But I'm ready to see somebody get speared in half. That is a super group. And when it comes to NXT talent on that side of the ring right now, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, and Braun Breaker all on the same team. That's absolutely insane. And you're really only going to see it one night only here on the biggest night in NXT, Stand and Deliver, as Garza grabs a nice chokehold there. Look at this, already getting in the face of Breaker is Angel Garza. The confidence, the egos of Garza and Carrillo have been at an all-time high since arriving back on the scene with Santos Escobar. But my goodness gracious, Hayes just dumped Garza right on his head. I think he might have even split him open with that DDT if I can get it. Yeah, there's a lovely little gash on his forehead right now. Look at this, Garza trying to take to the skies Carmelo Hayes. Not enough time to to figure out what was happening there and to appropriately prepare for Garza's attack. But now it's Humberto and Hayes in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we have a tremendous night of action planned for you and here on Stand and Deliver as Hayes gets a 1 count. Of course, coming up right after this, we have another tag team match. This time will be for the Tag Team Championships, NXT Tag Team Championships, that is. We have La Facción Ingranables, Dragon Lee and his brother Roosh, dominant tag team champions since defeating the Creed brothers back at New Year's Evil. Or actually, no, they defeated them at Deadline. They had the rematch at New Year's Evil, an incredible ladder match between the two teams that we saw back at New Year's Evil. LFI have been champions ever since, but they face quite possibly the biggest threat to their tag team title reign, so to speak, when they take on Aussie Open, of course, United Empire's Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis. United Empire's leader also in the main event, of course, Will Ospreay, after defeating Ilya Dragunov to get his spot into what was originally Dragunov and Jonathan Gresham 2, almost a rematch from last month's Vengeance Day. But Ospreay was able to lobby himself. He was able to politic his way into said matches. Look at this. Beautiful counter roll up. No, roll through. Super kick. Jesus. Right to the face. Garza goes down. And now Carmelo Hayes controlling the pace of this match. Also have the NXT Women's Championship on the line. You talk about a big threat to the title. For that Women's Championship, Roxanne Perez faces her biggest threat yet in the killer Jamie Hayter, looking to get a measure of revenge for the woman that Roxanne Perez took that title away from back at Vengeance Day, that being Dr. Britt Baker. Of course, you know, Hayter and Baker are tied to the hip. They've been tied to the hip since Hayter arrived here in NXT back at TakeOver London, that would be. And now look at this, Trick Williams getting some licks in on Angel Garza. Like I said, this has been a situation that's been brewing for a few weeks now. We've yet to see the leader of Legado Del Fantasma dose the Emperor of Lucha Libre, Santos Escobar, in this match. What a hook kick. What a hook kick from Trick Williams. And just as I said that, Big Trick Willie is looking for the main head honcho over here. Santos Escobar is now in the ring, working over the knees of Trick Williams as Santos Escobar. Oh my goodness gracious. Wrenching at the knee. And of course he's going to get right back out and let his henchman do his dirty work for him. But Trick Williams has got a right waiting for Carrillo, and he almost went for a spin kick. Didn't get enough of it though. Went for a clothesline now too, but Humberto able to reverse. And now look at this, Humberto off the ropes. Beautiful springboard headbutt, I guess we'll call that. Carrillo now working over Trick Willie. And now wait a minute. No. Oh my goodness, muscle buster. Good God. A lot of damage done to the neck. Could this already be it? Mello was able to actually break that, but I think Trick Williams had already muscled up the strength to kick out before Mello could even get there. And now look at this, Humberto looking to teach Mello a lesson. Like I said, you're not going to exactly see a lot of fairness in this match. These two teams simply do not like each other, as Trick Williams just laid out Carrillo and laid out Garza a moment ago. Look at this beautiful wheelbarrow neckbreaker maneuver. Carmelo Hayes has to exit out the ring. The ref trying to use his discretion. Might have actually cost Trick the match right there, considering the fact that he had Carrillo down for that 3 count, I believe. Beautiful Saito suplex from Trick Williams now. And now, of course, sends Carrillo into the corner, tags Mello back in. We have yet to see Braun Breaker in the match, and believe me, when we do, the pace will quicken. And it's funny talking about pace quickening, because you got Carmelo Hayes in the middle of the ring right now, but Braun Breaker is a freak athlete. Now look at this, Hayes from halfway across the ring, but Carrillo able to sidestep, and now a DDT to Mello, and now Breaker gets involved. Now Breaker's getting involved as he steps back out to the ring now. And now Carrillo just getting in the face of Carmelo Hayes. Hayes is not going to have it, but Carrillo able to reverse. Huge drop kick to the face now. Huge drop kick to the face now. As now Carrillo sending Melo into the turnbuckle. And now wait a minute, gets the tag back to Garza. Garza still has that gash on his head. Beautiful drop kick from Angel Garza. And now wait a minute, gives TrickMelo the hot tag. Or sorry, TrickMelo. Melo just got out the ring. Trick Williams is back in the ring now. And now Angel Garza trying to mount a bit of a comeback on Trick Williams. Williams steps out the way though. And now wait a minute, here comes Trick Willie. No, I thought he was going for a power slam. Look at the strength of Trick Williams. He's feeling it here tonight at Stand and Deliver. He knows this is the biggest spotlight here in NXT. That being NXT Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, WrestleMania is on her. Ooh, Braun Breaker got a cheap shot in Garza. Breaker got a cheap shot in Garza, and I think that means Breaker wants into the match. Yes, he does. And like I said, this pace is about to quicken. Look at this. Braun Breaker with the strength. With the strength, like I said, we are seeing a shadow of the former Braun Breaker here tonight, but Carrillo gets a knee up right to the face of Breaker. He might live to regret that. Now Braun Breaker elbowing Angel Garza. Look at this. Back suplex from Breaker now. And now look at this, just powering Angel Garza up from the floor and tossing him. Braun Breaker says, bring it. Bring everything you got. It won't be enough. Breaker off the rope. Shoulder block. Shoulder block to Garza. And now Garza was trying to actually trying to escape Breaker, and I can't blame him. And now look at this. Oh, look at this right here. Breaker and Santos about to get it going in the middle of the ring right now. But Breaker steps out of Santos crosshairs, and now wait a minute, the strength on full display. Man, this is refreshing to see the old Breaker. We haven't seen this since he lost that NXT Championship to Tyler Bate in the first PLE of NXT last year in Universe mode. It's almost like Breaker has finally found himself again, and he maybe feeling like the old Breaker a little bit. As now look at this, throwing Garza into the ring. That gives Santos an opportunity, but didn't even stun the wrestling machine that is Braun Breaker. And now shoulder block to Garza. You've got to be kidding me. This man is traveling at a mile a minute. As Santos is just struggling to get to his feet. Braun Breaker still dealing with Garza in the middle of the ring. And now look at this. Catches him in a belly-to-belly suplex. And now Santos is back involved in this match. Now a kick to the back of Breaker. Kick to the back of Breaker now. But wait a minute. Breaker knee to the midsection. And once again sending Santos, this time on the other side of the ring. And now what the hell has Breaker got planned here? Melo's got other plans, though, apparently. Kind of stopping Breaker in his tracks. We know the history between Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. Look at this deadlift back suplex from the badass Braun Breaker. Like I said, the entire demeanor of this match had changed since Braun Breaker got involved. I don't think Legado Del Fantasma Dos has gotten a single strike on the man. Trick Williams back in here with some right hands, and oh my goodness, another hook kick. Santos has seen enough. He's going to tag Garza in. I don't know why, TrickMelo Gain are actually allowing this right now, but look at this. Wing Clipper out of nowhere. Wing Clipper to Trick Williams to put Williams away. Count of two. Gets a 2 count. Carrillo, head scissors to Braun Breaker now. Taking out the field now is and now look at this. Carmelo Hayes was going for Carrillo, but no water in the pool. No water in the pool tonight. And I think Breaker just got taken out by Carrillo. This match really starting to unfold, really starting to bring chaos to the start of tonight's show. Is now Trick Williams in a bad way, but looking like he has eyes on the side of his head. He was actually looking at Santos Escobar, but had enough wherewithal, enough sense to reverse Garza there. As now once again Trick Williams muscling Carrillo up for something here. Power bomb down to the mat. Nothing pretty about it. As now look at this. Trick Williams in the corner with a lariat and a elbow strike to the face. And now Trick Williams off the second. Williams is on the second. What's he got planned here? Oh my goodness, dropping The atomic elbow on him. Getting Carmelo Hayes back into the ring now. As Hayes looks to quicken up the pace just like Breakker did earlier. Into the ropes, goes for a kick, catches it, swings him back around with a kick to the face. And now Santos tried the cheap shot. Oh, and so did Carrillo. Both men knocking anything to go. And here comes Carmelo Hayes flying in with a DDT. Springboard DDT. Could that be enough? No, not enough. Not enough to get the job done here tonight at Stand and Deliver. What an amazing match we're seeing to start our show, folks. And here comes the explosive Braun Breaker once again. A team with Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker is absolutely insane. Two former NXT champions, two pillars of the brand new NXT rebrand after NXT 2.0. Hell, they were pillars of NXT 2.0 as well. But the white and gold is always going to be synonymous for guys like Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. And look at this huge power slam from Breaker now. Santos has to kick at one. Breaker once again sending Santos over on his side this time, but he wants him back up to his feet. Breaker having bad intentions on the mind, or does he look to take to the skies over the top rope? He might not have gotten all of it. Somehow Breaker's back to his feet after a nasty tumble, but he definitely got enough of it. Those boots landed on the face of Santos, actually. Look at this beautiful tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from the Emperor. Beautiful tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Santos Escobar now. Now Breaker fighting out of Santos' grip. And now Santos fighting out of Breaker's grip. These two men going back and forth and now sending Breaker back into the ring. Breaker puts the brakes on, no pun intended. As now look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Spinning powerbomb from Braun Breaker. You know he's not going to take that count-out victory. Not on Stand and Deliver. Not on WrestleMania weekend. Is Braun Breaker going to take a cheap victory out of here? He wants to inflict pain upon LDF Dos. And now, wait a minute. There's that spear. Spear out of nowhere. Humberto gets the breakup, but Carmelo Hayes trying to fight out. And now this match really spilling out, folks. Really spilling out. Carmelo Hayes getting involved now. Getting involved now is Carmelo Hayes, and Trick Williams is back to being the legal man. Hayes dumps Carrillo in for a spinning kick. No water in the pool. Close but no cigar for Trick Williams, and now Santos Escobar, I was going to say, probably has him right where he wants him, but gets a kick once again. Those kicks are landing out of nowhere from Trick Williams. Look at this Santos. Double leg Trick Williams, and now sending him around for a Boston Crab maneuver now. Boston Crab in the center of the ring. Carmelo Hayes recognizes the threat, but actually he's just there to try and fight. But Breaker definitely recognizes the threat. And now Santos Escobar sending Breaker into the turnbuckle. Garza's back in the ring now. Trick Williams in a bad way. Carmelo Hayes looks on as his partner might be in some trouble now. As look at this. Garza goes for some here. No, sunset flip through. Sunset flip through. Has him in the pin. One. No, only a one count. Only a one count. And now scrubbing his face in the mat. Man, that blood, that open wound of Garza just rubbing into that dirty mat that all these men have been walking across the surface of for like 15 minutes now. Like I said, there is no love lost between these men, as Jesus Christ. Once again, Trick Williams getting Carmelo Hayes back into the ring. This is awesome chance here at Stand and Deliver. Justifiably so, as Carmelo Hayes dumps Garza now. And now Hayes wants to take to the skies. Look at this. Off the ropes comes Carmelo Hayes, the generational talent, showing NXT Stand and Deliver why he is him. And now sending Garza back in the ring, it looks like. Yes, indeed. Hayes learned better from last time. He's not gonna get in Santos' way. And now look at this. Huge frog splash, but Garza suckered him in. Garza suckered him in, and Carmelo Hayes might be in some trouble now. But now, wait a minute. Hayes off the ropes. Huge springboard clothesline to take Garza out. And now he's got to deal with Carrillo. And now, wait a minute, Carrillo's got Carmelo Hayes up for something. Look, went for that muscle buster to Trick Williams earlier. Gets it on Carmelo Hayes now. But look at this. Look at the devotion of Trick Williams. Already there to defend off Legado. Oh no, the ref accidentally took a hit in the middle of the crossfire. And now this match is really going to start to spill out. Everybody getting involved now. As now the ref obviously taken out of this match, the only one that was bringing some kind of peace to the chaos. And now Carmelo Hayes dumping Carrillo. I forgot who the legal man is. I think it's still Carmelo Hayes. Santos Escobar trying to attack Trick Williams now. But he's got to watch out. Carmelo Hayes comes flying in with the lariat. That would make Stan Hansen blush. And now look at this. Carmelo Hayes and Santos Escobar picking up where they left off at the last episode of NXT. And oh no, back into the ring post. But Carmelo Hayes fighting out of the corner of Legado Del Fantasma Dos. And now Hayes wanting Santos back up to his feet. These man had a hell of a main event at NXT last week. And now look at this. Tilt-a-whirl face buster. Beautifully done from Carmelo Hayes. Hayes has a gash above the bridge of his nose now. Trick Williams has seen enough of Angel Garza. I believe that. As now Carmelo Hayes taking care of Garza. Look at this, Santos Escobar out of nowhere, though. Santos driver in the center of the ring. Trick Williams getting involved now. Goes for a super kick. No water. But now Trick Williams is still... Carmelo Hayes is the legal man, but Trick Williams is trying to take care of every single member of Legado Del Fantasma now. As Santos Escobar trying to get rid of Trick Williams. Carmelo Hayes gets back in the ring. Huge Hurricane Rana from the Emperor now. And Hayes might be in trouble here. Santos looking to put the final stamp in this match. Here it comes. Jesus, down to the mat. Breaker's out of there. Breaker's already on the hunt as he goes for a back suplex on Santos Escobar. This match literally starting to spill out. Breaker takes care of business from Legado del Fantasma now. As now Breaker. Better be careful with that referee. He's at a 3 count now. Oh no, Breaker. Breaker did not beat the 5 count. Breaker did not beat the 5 count. Legado del Fantasma has defeated TrickMelo and Braun Breaker. Breaker almost getting a hot hit about himself. Almost, we thought we saw the old Braun Breaker here tonight in terms of attitude, in terms of just a new leash on life, but that was reminiscent of the old Braun Breaker, meaning the badass Braun Breaker, just completely ignoring the ref's discretion and costing TrickMelo Gang the match here at Stand and Deliver. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have an incredible tag team match. Not that we just saw an incredible tag team match, but another incredible tag team match. This time for prestige. This time for gold. The NXT Tag Team Championships are on the line as La Facción Ingranables take on Aussie Open here tonight. What a match that's about to be. Coming up shortly, folks. Not the freshest start to the show here tonight with Braun Breaker kind of putting a little bit of a damper on what was turning out to be an incredible match. But if there's any match that could pick our momentum back up, it's this right here. I mean, these two right here in Aussie Open, Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis, like I said, probably posing the biggest threat to Lee and Rush's title reign so far. A few weeks back, we saw Kyle Fletcher knock off Dragon Lee in what, in my opinion, was one of the best matches I've had to call in my last year doing this on YouTube, I should say. That was an incredible match. Definitely go seek that one out. I believe it was like 2 weeks ago by now. And then Mark Davis fell to Roosh. So really it's 1-1 for these teams right now. But in tag team action, the only question is who is the better team and who will be walking out with those NXT Tag Team Championships. That is the question at hand, as Aussie Open here on WrestleMania weekend looking to dethrone La Facción Ingobernables. And here the boys come right now, getting ready to defend their championships, as they've been doing for months now. Like I said, they won those titles at NXT Deadline. You see El Toro, Blanco, Roosh, of course, with the mask with the horns would be Roosh. And of course Dragon Lee on the other side. They make La Facción Ingobernables, and they make our NXT Tag Team Champions for the better part of, I want to say 4 or 5 months now. Like I said, defeating the Creed brothers at NXT Deadline in an incredible tag team match. They wanted to run it back in their rematch, the Creeds did. And La Facción Ingobernables beat them in a ladder match at NXT New Year's Evil as well. They actually got the night off at Vengeance Day. Didn't have to defend those tag team championships at Vengeance Day. But nobody gets the night off at NXT Stand and Deliver, folks. This is it. La Facción Ingobernables, Aussie Open, the NXT Tag Team Championships on the line. As we are almost about 30 minutes into our show, folks. This is the final match of Part 1 of Stand and Deliver. Part 2, of course, the NXT Women's Championship on the line. Roxanne Perez against the Killer, Jamie Hayter. Swerve Strickland takes on the Japanese Phenom, the Alpha, the North American Champion, Konosuke Takeshita. And then, as always, as previously mentioned in our main event, it's triple threat action for the NXT title. Ilya Dragunov, Will Ospreay, and the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham. So, if you thought this episode is going to be something, just wait till you see Part 2. We're closing things off in 2K23 in a big, big way tonight, folks. We're gearing up for battle is Roosh and Mark Davis. Like I said, the two men that actually had a singles match not too long ago. And Davis looking to get a measure of revenge on Roosh after Roosh recently has defeated him. And now Roosh sends Davis off the ropes now. Both men crashing and burning now. As look at this, catches a huge right. Huge super kick. Huge super kick from Roosh. Davis had to eat that one. And now Roosh sends him into the corner. Full head of steam goes El Toro Blanco. And now mounting up some punches, some strikes to Mark Davis's Roosh. And now off the ropes goes Mark Davis. Once again, Roosh not able to get anything to go there as Mark Davis sends him out to the ropes this time. Like I said, what was started in somewhat of a friendly competition has kind of escalated in the last few weeks. I mean, I don't want to say friendly competition. We saw Aussie Open arrive on the scene by attacking the NXT Tag Team Champions, almost staking their claim at those very titles. And now a huge chop to the chest from Roosh. That was nasty. Huge Northern Lights suplex. Falls through. Rolls through, I should say. Second Northern Lights. Pinfall combination. Only gets a 1 count. Kyle Fletcher getting involved now. Dragon Lee getting involved. Like I said, these four, I should say, are no strangers to one another after the last few weeks. As now Roosh sends Davis into the turnbuckle. Oh my goodness, Dragon Lee getting a bit of a cheap shot to fall on Davis now. Not something that you usually see from LFI, but whatever it takes to retain those titles, I suppose, is now Roosh grabbing a hold of the arm of Dragon, or for Dragon Lee, I should say, grabbing a hold of Mark Davis. Kyle Fletcher was trying to provide a little bit of a distraction, but Dragon Lee not being distracted enough. Huge Hurricane Rana from the Dragon. Dragon Lee now full head of steam. Look at this. Drop kick to the face of Davis. Davis is looking for that tag. Dragon Lee not going to warrant it. Rope break for Mark Davis. And now Dragon Lee definitely picking up the pace of this match. I don't think a guy like Davis can actually keep up with the speed of Dragon Lee. But believe me, if he can outpower Dragon Lee, oh my God, knees to the back, end of heartache. Eat your heart out, Roderick Strong. That was definitely what he was going for there. Is now, speaking of a man that can keep up with the pace of Dragon Lee, speaking of one of my favorite matches to call so far this year, Kyle Fletcher and Dragon Lee are back in the ring together, and they make magic, so I'm ready for it. Look at this. Kyle Fletcher has Dragon Lee on his shoulders, and what disrespect in the corner of LFI, sending Dragon Lee. Look at this cocky, arrogant SOB. Oh my goodness gracious, knee strike to the face of Dragon Lee. Kyle Fletcher in full control of the Dragon. Now as Roosh wants back into this match, he wants some vengeance for his brother. And now look at this huge drop kick. Doesn't get anything to fall though. Kick to the face right there. There's definitely some leftover mustard on that one, as Dragon Lee clearly sees Kyle Fletcher as a huge threat to his in-ring ability. But wait a minute, once again gets that Hurricane Rana to fall. Dragon Lee is feeling it here tonight at Stand and Deliver. Suicide dive from Dragon Lee as Lee runs a mile back into the ring, just letting Kyle Fletcher know where he stands. And now he said, hey, Roosh, you want some too? Roosh is getting involved now with Kyle Fletcher. Wait a minute, here comes, oh no, Roosh went straight for Davis. Davis had a knee strike to the face for his troubles. There's now Roosh lighting up the chest of Fletcher. Now a fresh matchup between Roosh and Fletcher as Roosh sends Fletcher flying in with a belly-to-belly suplex drop kick to the arm. Drop kick to the arm of Fletcher, and now LFI are rolling, man. They are in full control of this match, full control of Aussie Open, as Roosh now sends Kyle Fletcher into the turnbuckle. Wait a minute, never mind. Suplex, hangs him out to dry on the ropes. Wait a minute, off the ropes goes Roosh. Knee strike to the face, my God. Fletcher might be out here. Davis quick to make the save. He's going to want to watch himself. We saw Braun Breaker get disqualified last match. Davis does not want that to happen because they will not win those tag team championships. They will not walk out with the titles and possibly make it a 2-for-2 show for United Empire if Will Ospreay is to win our main event. Imagine if United Empire walk out with all the gold to close, Stand and Deliver. And look at this, another knee strike, and now a Kamigoye knee strike. Kamigoye knee to the face of Kyle Fletcher. Dragon Lee trying to get involved with Mark Davis. Trying to prevent those kick out attempts from Mark Davis. But now Fletcher, that gave the kind of the distraction a little bit, gave Fletcher the opening that he needed. Now Roosh sent it down to the mat with a suplex. And now Fletcher going for something, but Roosh flying out of the arms way into an inverted DDT. Inverted DDT to Fletcher. And Dragon Lee, oh my goodness, Davis completely dismantling Dragon Lee on the outside, muscling Dragon Lee. Oh, Jesus Christ. Roosh able to kick out at one. Gets a big boot for Fletcher's troubles. And now another one. And now, wait a minute, Roosh scaling the top rope pretty quick there. What's he got planned? Oh my goodness gracious. What a senton from Roosh. El Toro Blanco looking to get it done for LFI. No, Kyle Fletcher out at one. What the hell's going on out there? Mark Davis is absolutely taking it to Dragon Lee. Completely unwarranted, by the way. Dragon Lee did nothing to deserve that kind of punishment. But like I said, the NXT Tag Team Championships are on the line, and a team like Aussie Open, they know what it takes to become tag team champions. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Butterfly DDT into a wheelbarrow suplex. You have got to be kidding me. Aussie Open on a different level. Mark Davis on a different level, feeling himself. Suicide dive to Roosh. NXT Stand and Deliver. And that's exactly what these men are doing. They are standing. They are delivering. Roosh now. Float over DDT. Spikes Davis on the outside. Roosh now heading back into the ring. Davis doesn't even know where he's at. Roosh. Oh, I thought Roosh was about to fly. I thought he was about to fly, but he sends Davis outside the ring. And Roosh said, yeah, I'm getting my moment in the sun. You just got yours. You just got yours. Once again, Davis making it to the ring before Roosh can take to the skies, though. Went for a DDT. Oh, my goodness. Sidestepped it and just drove his shoulder right into the midsection of Roosh, as now Roosh trying to get back into the ring, trying to get maybe to his fresher tag team partner, Dragon Lee. But United Empire, Aussie Open, definitely making a great effort to keep Roosh away from Dragon Lee. Obviously, we know the firecracker that Dragon Lee is, and what kind of threat he poses to Aussie Open's chances at the title. Oh my goodness gracious. Double foot stomps in the corner. Kyle Fletcher now looking to put Roosh away. Roosh luckily able to sidestep, but Fletcher now sidestepping. Now Roosh in the corner. Look at this. Oh my God, explosive forearm. Roosh finally gets the tag to Dragon Lee. And you talk about explosive. Dragon Lee is about to show you the meaning of the word. As now Dragon Lee back in the ring with his foe, Kyle Fletcher. Dumps him with a German suplex. 1, 2. Davis saves it once again. And now Dragon Lee's seen enough of Davis. Davis took some cheap shots on him on the outside earlier tonight. And now look at Dragon Lee. Got Davis a power bomb, sit out style. That'll take care of Davis. That'll take care of Davis. And now LFI operating at a different pace now. As wait a minute. Kyle Fletcher, Falcon Arrow to Dragon Lee. Roosh gets the kick out for his partner, though. And now Fletcher looking to dispose of Roosh. Oh, my goodness. Huge Irish whip into the corner there. Stomp to the arm. Dragon Lee needs a rest as Kyle Fletcher scales the top rope. Huge. Oh, my goodness. Huge twisting frog splash from Kyle Fletcher. Dragon Lee going for something there, but nothing to fall. Drop kick to the face of Fletcher. This is extremely difficult to call all at once, folks. Huge springboard crossbody from Dragon Lee now. Fletcher's in a bad way. Dragon Lee sends him back into the turnbuckle now. Both men about to be in a prone position. Dragon Lee now. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Top rope victory roll. Victory roll. No, not enough. Well, I don't want to say not enough. Davis actually broke it up. This is awesome chance once again here tonight at Stand and Deliver. This just proves to you exactly the kind of talent we have to offer here in NXT. Oh, that was going to be it. That was going to be it. He looked to drive his feet into the chest of Kyle Fletcher. Look at the hell is Dragon Lee doing? Just reversed Fletcher's attempt at a butterfly DDT or suplex or something, and literally the second that he got back on his feet, he was already off his feet once again. Dragon Lee's incredible. Oh my God, Enziguri, the face of Kyle Fletcher. Enziguri, that might be it. Count of 2. No, not enough. Fletcher is having to survive every single thing Dragon Lee is throwing at him. Huge shot to the face now as he finally gets his hands up for one of those. And now a smack to the chest. Oh my, woof. That was a nasty elbow. Dragon Lee got rocked there, and now Mark Davis back into the match. Davis back in the match. Like I said, apparently has a few choice words for Dragon Lee as of late. But Dragon Lee still slugging it out. Huge chop to the chest now from the Dragon. And now wait a minute, snap mirror, full head of steam goes Dragon Lee, soccer ball kick, just turned Davis inside out. The power in them legs must be absolutely insane as Roosh gets rid of Kyle Fletcher now, and now sends Fletcher to the outside. And now Dragon Lee sending Davis into the corner of LFI. And now wait a minute, what the hell they got planned here? Roll through, powers him up. What the hell? Spinning clothesline. Jesus Christ, that's it. LFI have retained at Stand and Deliver. No, Davis kicks out. Davis kicks out. LFI cannot believe it. LFI cannot believe it. And now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Tiger Driver 98. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. But Fletcher's back on his feet. He saves the match for his team. Ladies and gentlemen, I tried to say at the beginning of this match, this was going to be a banger. This was going to be quite possibly tag team match of the decade, and we're seeing it right now at full in front view, in live and living color, whatever you want to say. LFI and Aussie Open completely stealing WrestleMania weekend as you speak. But no, super kick avoided. Now Fletcher, or I should say Davis gets Roosh in a bad way now, and now knees to the midsection. Dragon Lee's still trying to get back into this thing. But wait a minute, Dragon Lee's on the apron. What's he got planned here? Oh no, doesn't get Davis to fall. And now Roosh could be in a bad way as Fletcher was going for something there, but not able to capitalize, and now Roosh back in the match. Huge headbutt, didn't get enough of it. Might have got, I said, doesn't get all of it, might have got enough of it. I don't even know how to talk right now. Look at Mark Davis taking a cheap shot at Roosh. Roosh has seen enough. Roosh has seen enough, but that gives Kyle Fletcher the opening that he needed as another Falcon Arrow gets to fall. This time on Roosh, this time it's Dragon Lee getting involved. Look at this tilt-a-whirl head scissors to Fletcher. Dragon Lee, obviously not the legal man, so he's going to dip out the ring. He's going to dip out the ring as Kyle Fletcher gets back to his feet, but no, he's not. Comes back in with a springboard. Hurricane Rana out of absolutely nowhere, and now Roosh wants Fletcher back up to his feet. Fletcher's trying to get the hot tag. Roosh ain't allowing it. Roosh is not allowing it, and now Fletcher's in a bad way. Roosh, he's been looking to take to the skies all night. Is this his final moment to do so? Here comes El Toro Blanco. I've never seen a flying bull. Oh my goodness gracious. Fletcher getting out of harm's way. Almost had a grown man come flying in with all of his weight in a, oh my God, butterfly suplex into the barricade. I think the bottom half of Roosh's leg, probably is more of his ankle, caught that barricade, and Fletcher gonna hone in on that for sure as Roosh. Wait a minute though, Roosh has some life left in him after all. He gets his brother back in the match, and now Dragon Lee fending off Fletcher. Huge shots to Kyle Fletcher now. Dragon Lee. Look at this, into the ropes goes Dragon Lee. This guy is absolutely absurd as he turns Fletcher around. Went for something there. Fletcher, though, no. Oh, my God. What a smack to the chest. And now, wait a minute. Kick to the face. You've got to be kidding me. Full head of steam. No. Let's see another Hurricane Rana. Fletcher reverses power out of the outside. This match is insane, folks. It's insane. Kyle Fletcher now back. Oh, my. What the hell was that? He was going to back suplex him, and he just stops midway to kick him in the back of the head? The disrespect. Now Dragon Lee, man, he's injured after that one. Fletcher caught him, and wait a minute, he catches him again, spiking him on his head with a poison Rana. Dragon Lee could be out here, man. He could be concussed at this point. Fletcher trying to get Dragon Lee back in the match now. Count of 8. Dragon Lee could be out here. Lee could be out here as Fletcher could be possibly picking at a dead carcass. That spinning tombstone pile driver that put Dragon Lee away on the last episode of NXT that these two came to blows. But now Roosh. Oh my God, Kamigoye knee strike. Dragon Lee takes Davis out. And now looking to get Fletcher back in the ring. Obviously, considering this is the biggest window that LFI have had all night to put these guys away. Huge frog splash. No, Fletcher's out. Fletcher now taunting his opponent, wanting to get Lee back up to his feet. I think he was going for another spinning tombstone, but Dragon Lee able to escape. Huge elbow to the face now. As Fletcher on spaghetti legs. And now Dragon Lee off the ropes, but crashes and burns there. Huge shot to the chest. Man, these guys have to be spent. They've been in there for every bit of 20 minutes at this point. Just going to absolute war for those NXT Tag Team Championships. Jesus Christ, what a shot. Pinpoint accuracy at the speed of light from Kyle Fletcher were those strikes. And now, wait a minute, Dragon Lee. Oh my goodness, Enziguri to the face of Davis. But Davis is back on his feet. Dragon Lee back into the corner. Dragon Lee trying to fight out of United Empire's corner now, but he's kind of outmanned at this point. You know what the hell has Dragon Lee got planned here? That double foot stomp he didn't hit earlier. Gets all of it. That's got to be it. Count of two. Flow. No, Davis out at 2. Davis out at 2. Dragon Lee cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Hell, I cannot believe it. I can't believe I'm still calling this match. This should have been over when Dragon Lee got spiked on his head at the outside of the ring. But look at this. Dragon Lee, full head of steam. John Woo kick into the corner. And now Dragon Lee going top rope, but doesn't realize Fletcher got the tag. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Fletcher now. Fletcher with a crossbody to the outside. Fletcher with a crossbody to the outside, but Roosh taking Davis out now. And now Roosh wants Davis up to his feet. What the hell's Roosh got planned? Roosh full head of steam. Finally going to get it to fall. Yes, he does. Kyle Fletcher working over that arm of Dragon Lee on the outside. Lee's able to escape. Roosh has other plans for Fletcher now. Gets him off his feet. Huge power bomb coming in. Dragon Lee scales the ropes now. Dragon Lee scales the ropes. Oh, double foot stomp to Davis. Double foot stomp to Davis. Now is Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee now. Elbow shot to the face of Kyle Fletcher. Huge super kick. Just turned him inside out with that super kick. But Fletcher now kicking at the knee of Dragon Lee. Once again, this match has folded to the outside. Dragon Lee looking to get back in the ring, considering he cannot. I mean, he technically can retain those championships on a count out, but LFI are not like that, as both men have each other scouted. Like I said, they had the singles match of the year so far. Beautiful butterfly backbreaker. Now the ref's taken out once again. We saw that last match, man. These flops of refs have to get out of the company. Dragon Lee doesn't get anything to fall as Davis runs to the other side, and Dragon Lee has already taken an amount of damage in this match. I don't know how he's still going. Oh my goodness, more damage done to the arm. But Dragon Lee once again trying to fight out of it. Victory roll again, but the ref's down. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's over. It is over if the ref's down, or if the ref was up, excuse me. Davis shouldn't even be the legal man right now. The ref didn't even see the tag, but I guess he's going to allow it in our prestigious tag team match for these NXT titles, as now Roosh is back in the match. Elbow strikes to the face of Mark Davis. Davis could be out. The hell's Roosh got planned here? He's going for a moonsault. Davis steps out. Wait a minute. Wow, my goodness gracious. In midair, not even changing his direction, recognizing the fact that Davis was going to kick out or move. Oh my God, a DDT. Spikes Fletcher, and now one last time. Roosh locking in for the Tiger Driver 98 on Mark Davis. Fletcher's taken out. Ladies and gentlemen, La Facción Ingobernables still your NXT Tag Team Champions. What a freaking match. That was incredible. That was a tag team match of the year for me so far, man. That was absolutely insane. And what an insane way to close our first episode of NXT Stand and Deliver. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one final episode, not only of NXT Stand and Deliver, but we have one final episode of WWE 2K23 before we finally move to WWE 2K24 and before we head to WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen, that second episode of Stand and Deliver is coming up right after this.